Alright, in this video, we are going to cover the topic on category management inside a retail store. Merchandise in a retail store is very easy to source. But the whole idea is कि सिर्फ एक शर्ट ला के रखने से वो शर्ट बिकने वाली नहीं है. Because जो consumers आज खरीदते हैं वो एक प्रोडक्ट नहीं खरीदते, वो 3-4 प्रोडक्ट साथ में खरीदते हैं. And that's how a retail store or a retail brand needs to define a category. Let me give you an example. Let's say Shoppers Stop. They keep so many shirts. But they have to make sure that today, people when they buy a shirt, they also want to buy matching trouser, matching belt, matching footwear, socks, matching tie, and probably a matching blazer. So if today Shoppers Stop wants to source shirts, they need to keep in mind कि पैंट भी बराबर आ जाए, ट्राउजर साथ में, टाई भी आ जाए, बेल्ट भी आ जाए, शूज भी आ जाए, सॉक्स भी आ जाए, ब्लेजर भी आ जाए. So there has to be some understanding of how consumers are buying. Same thing applies for even your daily FMCG needs. If you buy them on quick commerce firms or you buy them on Amazon Fresh or Flipkart or name your online store. Say assume you add Surf Excel in your cart, they will make sure to give you comfort, which makes your clothes smell nice. If you're buying Harpic, they will make sure that they will have the other Harpic cleaner for bathroom cleaner as well. So they know that अगर कोई home shopping कर रहा है, they won't stop at just toilet cleaner and stuff. They might even buy Vim, they might buy Dettol, and so on and so forth. So all these become a broad category for the retailer to source. Now, in this video, what we're going to talk about is how do you manage a category. Category is defined as a group of products that consumers feel are interrelated and substitutable. Thus, category management is a way of managing a product on a group level than an individual level. I remember seeing an ad on the app, I think probably it was Flipkart or other quick commerce firms, where they had something called as a pre-Holi pack and a post-Holi pack. Obviously, the pre-Holi pack had sunscreen and oil and stuff like that, and post-Holi pack had shampoo and creams and stuff. So they're making sure that even pushing that consumers should not buy one product, but a group of products together, and thus defining a category. Where does this category management suddenly come into picture? It's been there for many years, but obviously the importance has come up because number one, the way consumers are behaving or buying is changing completely. Number two, there's a lot of competitive pressure because there's so many brands in the market, so many retailers in the market selling the same product. So they want to bundle and create new categories and sell. Number three, and very important one, is the role of AI today to understand how consumers are shopping. At any given point of time, any particular brand today or retailer has so many data points on new consumers once they have the app. So by understanding what consumers are browsing, seeing, putting in the cart, cancelling, buying it regularly, buying it intervals, they are creating new categories. Now coming to the category management process, there are 8 steps. Let's quickly look at them and then move on to category captain. The number one step, the most important one, is define the category. Now here, a lot of study of the consumer needs to be done to understand what is their need, what is the similar solution to that need, what does a consumer see as substitutes, interrelated, and is that information measurable for the company. Number 2, define the category role. Today, if there's a kirana wala supermarket, they keep many products. हर एक product का एक role होता है, as in वो category का. Some are traffic builders, as in it gets a lot of footfalls inside the stores. Some products are excitement creators. Some products are purely cash generators. Today, as a retailer, you need to group your product categories into these particular roles. For instance, if somebody walks into an Apple store, an iPhone definitely is a traffic builder. At the same time, it is a cash generator as well. On the other hand, a new Apple Watch is an excitement creator. That's how you define the particular category role. At number 3 would be the category assessment, as in what turnover, what profits would the particular category bring in. At number 4 is the category performance measures, as in your gross margins in place. At number 5, you come to brass tacks, you come to category strategies. You need to make sure with the resources that you have available, you put the right amount of money in a traffic builder or say excitement creator or cash generator. Moving further, you refine the strategy. And at number 6 is your category tactics. In this case, you will go down to brass tacks, things like shelf management, pricing, discounts that you offer on a daily basis, promotion, कौन सा product आप आगे रखोगे, कौन से category को आप push करोगे, वही level पे आ जाएगा. At number 7 is a category plan implementation which you have made in strategy and tactics in 5 and 6. And at number 8, you finally do a complete evaluation to understand whether your category, tactics and strategies are working or not, and are they giving you results or not. Otherwise, you need to bring in a change in the particular category. So that brings an end to the category management process. Moving on to the next topic, and very important one, is the role of category captains. Now, if you picture this, there are many brands of toothpaste and toothbrush inside the retail store, inside a supermarket. Brands such as Colgate, Close-Up, Sensodyne, Dant Kanti, so on and so forth. Ultimately, all these brands wanted consumers to come and pick up all these brands. And the retailer also, on the other hand, has to think about many brands, not just toothpaste brand. There are so many FMCG categories, home care, personal care, thousands of brands inside the store. So in this case, what the retailer does is, it takes the category of oral care, which has your toothbrush and toothpaste, and appoints one brand from there, obviously the leading brand, as a category captain. For instance, French retailer Carrefour appointed Colgate as a category captain for their oral and dental care. Now in this case, being the captain of that category, which has other competing brands also, Colgate needs to make sure that the overall oral category is pushed inside the supermarket. For instance, Colgate suggested that Carrefour restructure the display of the whole category inside the supermarket and keep toothbrush above toothpaste in the display, as opposed to merchandising them next to each other. And because of this move of keeping them above each other, Carrefour reported an increase in 6 to 16% of the oral care category. To give you some examples of category captain in the world's famous retailer Walmart, in the soft drinks category, it is either Coca-Cola or PepsiCo. In the snack segment, it is Frito-Lay. In the dairy segment, it is Dairy Farmers of America or Danone. In breakfast cereal, it's either Kellogg's or General Mills. In laundry detergents, it's typically P&G's Tide. And in personal care, it is either P&G or Unilever. And finally, to sum this up, the role of category captain entails the following. They help the retailer in deciding the product assortment, मतलब कौन सा product ज़्यादा बिकेगा. Second, they also help in the shelf layout कि कौन सा product कहाँ stock करना चाहिए. Because today, if you go to see, it is just not one particular type of toothpaste. There are so many types of toothpaste, so many colors of toothpaste, size available. So shelf layout कैसे होगा, वो decide करता है category captain. Help करता है. Ad number 3, they also help in deciding on pricing strategies, when to give discounts and when to not give discounts. Another, promotion and advertising on different parts of the week. And finally, they help them understand consumer trends. Because let's face it, Colgate may also be category captain not just in Carrefour. They may also be the category captain probably in Walmart or Amazon. And thus, they would use that experience to promote the overall category in one particular store. So that brings an end to the topic on category management and the role of category captains. Thank you and easy array.